you know this guy from ABC 7. Uh, you also know him from prior appearances here, and he has some of the favorite drops that we use on this show.
Thank you so
I
much.
think,
Big
yes,
shout out.
big shout out. The Ashley shout out is the um, what is the sine qua non? I think without is that the you know what I mean? Without, thank you. Welcome him now. He's got a gig tonight. I saw that he had a music gig, and I wanted to get him on to talk about it. Please welcome from ABC7, Dan Ashley, everybody. Come on.
Oh, Mark, you're the best. Thank you. I'm so sorry about your dad. I wish him well. My father last week just turned 89. Bless him, he's still in good shape. So I lost my mom 5 years ago. So all my best to your dad.
Oh, thank you, pal. It's so weird because, I was saying to everybody that 6 weeks ago, I was sitting right at this table in their home talking to my dad, and everything's fine. He's 92, okay?
Oh, wow.
He's a brilliant man. I mean, just like he's a walking Wikipedia, and he's just the most amazing kind of Renaissance guy, too. Anyway, that said,
chip off the old block.
Thank you. But to get a call just a couple of weeks after I left them there, and to have him in the hospital, and now just unable to do basic stuff. It's tough. I mean, life comes at you fast. So
it sure does. I hope he's okay. I hope he makes it. And he lives in the DC area. My brother and my dad lives in Maryland, actually, Shady Side.
Do they have something to do with government?
My brother, who lives in Alexandria, works in DC, has the highest security clearance a civilian can have. He works for the Secret Service, not protection, but he's also a professor at University of Maryland in marketing and statistics, and George Washington University and Hopkins University. So he's got kind of dual careers, but his main gig is Secret Service. I didn't think he would ever get that gig, given he has a brother in the media, but they didn't seem to care after he went through the background check.
Yeah, you would have thought Dan would have knocked down his brother's ability to get that clearance. That's a great point. Hey, one of the things we talk about with you is your love of music, and you've recorded stuff, and your pals with Sammy Hagar. We mentioned that last time, and you've been on stage with a lot of these people, and you've been on stage so many times yourself, just playing gigs here and there, making music. And so I saw that there's a gig coming up. Is it tonight?
It is tonight. I'm supporting a wonderful musician called Jay Middleton and the Jay Middleton Band. There you see it. He's got a new album out, and they're playing, headlining the Sweetwater tonight, storied venue in Mill Valley, as you well know, guys. And he asked if I would support him and open the show, and I'm delighted to do it. I'm doing it as a duo with my dear friend, musical collaborator, and music director, Bill Bentley. We're going to perform just the two of us, an acoustic set tonight to open the show.
Oh, that's really, really great. Hey, boy, yeah, that is a historic venue. My God.
Isn't it? Yeah. It's fantastic.
Is there a sense of that history when you're performing there?
Yeah, I think so. They have pictures, and there's definitely a sense of the people that have been there, and it's just a cool place. And it was sort of symbolizes, the heyday of the Bay Area music scene back in the late 60s and 70s, right? And all the great artists that lived here, many still do. So definitely you get that vibe.
It's funny you say that, because I think of even how the Bay Area music scene is still quite vibrant. And through the 80s, you think of Santana, Bonnie Raitt, who just won the Grammy. Everybody's like, did you see that British tabloid went surprise when unknown singer gets Grammy? I'm thinking, unknown singer.
Where have you guys been?
Bonnie Raitt.
What?
Been around for 40 years. Yeah. Oh, so many. Train, I think, was here for a time. Sammy Hagar still has a place here and is here most of the year, or much of the year.
And then you work with, was it Narda Michael Walden that you work with?
Narda, very close. He's one of my dearest friends, Narda Michael Walden. In fact, we just released a few weeks ago now a duet, I should say, called You're a Friend of Mine, that charted a little bit, got a little bit of minor attention. And we're doing it to support our two foundations, the proceeds going to support both of our foundations that help kids.
Well, you have dueling foundations. That's got to be awkward. Okay. What is the somebody makes a point here. The poster I really like. It looks like a Grateful Dead poster.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with designing that poster, but there is a company, I don't know if they use them, that is a style. Like you said, it's that old 60s Grateful Dead psychedelic style. And that is a very popular and perceived to be very effective um, style for music posters. Very common, actually, and it just
There
is.
it is. Yeah.
It's sort of evocative of a different time. It's very hip and cool.
That's right. You talk about and that time that you're talking about. I mean, the Bay Area was popping with the counterculture, and the hate was alive. And wow, what a time to be in the San Francisco area,
Can you
man.
imagine Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, on and on and on? I mean, just a
Yeah,
remarkable time.
my God. What do
I
you?
wonder,
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
I
Sorry.
was just wondering if people come see you perform musically, do you get a lot of people after the show that say, "Hey, I love you on the news," or do you think it's a different audience that, people that watch the news versus people that go out to music venues? Do they know? Do they understand who they're talking to?
Yeah, it's a mix. Usually they do, sure. Just I've been
Yeah.
on the air so long here, but
Yeah.
some people will come out because they've seen me on the news and would like to hear me sing. Some people
Sure.
see me sing and then come up and say, "Hey, I didn't know you did this. I watch you on the news." And then some
Yeah.
people probably leave going, "I heard him sing. I don't think I'll ever watch him on the news." I'm kidding. People are very nice about it, but yeah, you get a mix. You get a mix.
Oh, that's great. I really love that. There was a comment here that I wanted to follow up on. What was it? Oh, I can't. Oh, I would like to hear the awesome Dan Ashley's view of the State of the Union address and the Grammys. Now, it's quite a breadth. You see, this is why you should, I believe, have a talk show, because you can comment on both. So, I mean,
Well,
please, you speak. I understand you can't, because you're an anchor. You have to be a little sort of objective about things. So maybe you could objectively evaluate.
oh, sure. No, I'm happy to. I appreciate the question very much. I watched both with great interest. I thought the State of the Union. I was touched by a couple of things. I thought there was a refreshing many moments of civility last night when the president mentioned Kevin McCarthy by name and many others and showered some praise on the Republicans, and there was some bipartisan talk, which was at least refreshing. It's just talk. It's still deeply divided, and of course, after polite applause in many instances, everybody went back to their own corners and stood on party lines for the most part. But there were lots of applause lines that I think everyone agreed on, and I'm a big civility guy, Mark and Kim, as you guys know.
Mhm.
I think we can respectfully disagree. It doesn't always have to be so contentious and so angry. So I was pleased by that, just to see that dynamic. Of course, there's a great disagreement on policy issues, and it's one thing. It's sort of a politician who says, I want every child to have a college education. Well, who doesn't? The question is, how are we going to accomplish that?
Sure.
So, the devil's in the details. I also
think, Dan, wouldn't you agree that it's, yeah, I was just
he had a
going
lot of energy, and he did. Oh no, sorry, forgive me, Mark. I thought Biden. We saw Joe Biden we haven't seen a lot lately, in that he was, really present, really energetic for a full hour, 15 minutes, or however long he spoke. He gave a very good talk, stayed on message, and I thought he was effective. Sometimes the president can be less effective as a speaker. I thought he was at his most effective as we've seen him recently last night.
Yeah, and then that's a very tough situation to be as loose as he was. Everything about the setup there is very rigid, and so to come in loose as he was, I was really quite impressed. I mean, I think honestly, I think uh, you know Obama was a better orator, of course,
Sure,
but
sure.
in terms of just looseness, I think Biden was actually looser than Obama up there. I mean, whatever. It's not important, but I guess what I'm trying to say is he just seemed far more comfortable than a lot of presidents have been in that setting, giving that statement, that talk, that address.
Mark, I agree, and that was the word I was about to use, comfortable. He seemed comfortable, and that there was at times a bit of casualness to the way he was addressing everyone, which makes the audience comfortable, I think, and he did look comfortable. I was thinking as he was walking up preparing to speak, I wonder how many presidents get very nervous before they do that. If he was nervous, it didn't really show. And as you said, Obama was fantastic as a speaker. Bill Clinton was remarkable. Ronald Reagan, of course, was outstanding in those environments. They thrived. But he had an air of ease at times last night. And he also seemed, to interrupt myself, to relish some of the give and take, the booing and the hissing, and he milked it a little bit. It didn't seem to rattle him too much.
Maybe that's because he's such a long time, legislator, that he's used to being there. That's, those are his people. That's what he does. And so, or has done in history. So, maybe that is different, how he differs from other presidents, and that he has such a long, storied past in the Senate. And
I think that's true, Kim. And I also think we were talking a retired Congresswoman, Jackie Spear, is our new political analyst at ABC 7.
I saw that. Yeah.
We're really excited to have her. And we were talking last night off air that people tend to like Joe Biden as a person in Washington. Most of the people in that room, they may disagree with him passionately, but he's a pretty likable guy. I think most people have a good feeling about him as a person. So I think that translated last night.
Yeah, I think that's right. This is also in the chat, agreeing with you. Lori says this is where his years in D.C. served him well. It's his element. I think that's right. So again, tonight is the performance. There's only one performance. Performance time is what, Dan?
We'll go on at the Sweetwater at 8 o'clock tonight, play for about half an hour, and then the Jay Middleton Band will come on probably about 9 and rock the place. We just had a show the other week with my full band at the Empress, a weekend before last, at the Empress Theater in Vallejo, fantastic venue. That was a charity concert, and so it's just great to get out there. And I was so pleased to be asked to come do this as a duo. There's nowhere to hide. So
no, it's acoustic set. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So my nerves get a little frayed. But
is there an Ashley calendar for the music side of you, to where we can keep, like, if we want to see you at a live gig like Sweetwater, for example, tonight?
Yeah, you're so kind, Mark. I appreciate it. Yeah, if they want to go to danashleymusic.com, we have our calendar up there, danashleymusic.com. We have all kinds of things up there, and we're starting to book for the summer too.
Is there a Dan Ashley rock and roll t-shirt that we can buy?
Well, yeah, just one I made for myself, and nobody else wanted one. I just wear it around the house.
We love visiting with you, pal. Please come back again, and good luck with the gig tonight.
Thank you. Anytime, Mark, you're the best. Kim, you too. I'm so deeply grateful for our friendship and for the chance to come on with you. Anytime you want me, I'm happy to come on. You guys are the best.
We'll look forward to the next time. ABC 7's Dan Ashley.
Good luck to your dad. Good luck to your dad.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah. Thank you so very much. Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.